Campeones, campeones, oe, oe, oe. Campeones, campeones, oe, oe, oe. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. My name is Bo, and welcome to the post-match live analysis, where today we're going to be talking about how Barcelona became La Liga champions for the 2025-2026 season by defeating Real Madrid in a Clasico match at the Spotify Camp Nou 2-0 with goals of Rashford and Ferran Torres. Yes, Rashford and Ferran Torres, two names that I did not expect I was going to be saying that they would score goals in the Clasico match. But what an amazing, amazing day to be a Barcelona fan, because not only are we La Liga champs for the second season in a row, but this is also a historic day because Barcelona became champions by defeating Real Madrid in the Clasico match at home. And this is the first time in the history of the Spanish league that Barcelona or Madrid have become champions of La Liga by defeating the other team in an El Clasico match. So an incredibly, incredibly important and historic day for all of us Barcelona fans. And in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, we're all going to be remembering this day. We're all going to ask each other, hey, where were you when Barcelona became champions by defeating Real Madrid in El Clasico? And well, I know where I was. I was at Smithfield Hall, which is the New York City Peña bar in New York City. And of course, shout out to Bisca Michael, who I got to meet at the bar. He came up and said hi to me, ended up watching a game with me. I had never met him before. He's a channel subscriber. So shout out to Bisca Michael, who watched the match with me. It was an absolutely amazing experience to meet you. But remember this date, ladies and gentlemen. Engrave this date into your memories. May 10th, 2026. May 10th, 2026. Because this is the day that not only Barcelona became champions of La Liga, but they did it for the second year in a row against Real Madrid at the Spotify Camp Nou in the first Clasico match since the Spotify Camp Nou reopened. And with this, Barcelona making history. So congratulations to the team. Congratulations to all of us culés, because, again, an amazing, amazing day to be alive, an amazing day to be a Barca fan. And I cannot believe that I got to witness this. I cannot believe that I got to live through this, because today was a special day. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that I would get to see in my lifetime Barcelona beating Real Madrid and becoming La Liga champions? I mean, last season we got to enjoy Barcelona beating Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final and becoming Copa champions. Last season and this season we got to see Barcelona beat Real Madrid and becoming Spanish Super Cup champions twice in a row. And now we get to see Barcelona beat Real Madrid and becoming La Liga champions. And of course, we saw it before in the Champions League, where we beat them in the semifinal, made it to the final, became champions. Maybe it's not the same, but hey, beating Real Madrid is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. Beating Real Madrid is what we do. What a day. What an amazing, amazing day. Of course, the day did not start all good. As you know, I posted it on the community tab in the early hours of the morning. We found out that Hansi Flick's father had passed away. The club wanted him to go home, but he insisted that no, he wanted to be with the team. He wanted to lead the team despite this tragedy from the bench. And well, that's exactly what he did. So this win is for sure for Hansi Flick. This championship is for sure for Hansi Flick and his father. May he rest in peace. And by the way, the club honoring Hansi Flick's father with that minute of silence, and I'm sure it was a very emotional day for Flick, because after the game, he did say that, this was a day he will never forget, that he loved this team, he loved these players, this club, and that the fans were amazing. So an incredible, incredible day to honor Hansi Flick's father. And of course, Hansi Flick himself, because without him, we would not be here, right? 3 seasons ago, we were in shambles. We had just finished a season trophyless, and Flick came in, and just like that, within a matter of a few weeks, he completely turned this team from what was the laughing stock of Europe to all of a sudden champions of La Liga, champions of the Copa del Rey, champions of the Spanish Super Cup. And then this season, he goes and wins La Liga again, wins the Spanish Super Cup again, which is an incredible, incredible feat, especially given the club's financial situation. I mean, can you only imagine what Flick would have been able to do had Barcelona been financially healthy? Sky's the limit. But this guy comes in at an incredibly difficult time at the club, no money to sign, a bunch of young kids out of the academy. And what does he do? He wins La Liga 2 seasons in a row. An incredible, incredible feat by our one and only, our German coach, Hans Dieter Flick. So thank you, Flick, for what you've done for this club. Thank you, Flick, for these amazing wins. And I'm sure that the sky's the limit, and I'm sure that things are only gonna keep getting better and better and better thanks to his guidance and tactical genius. And speaking of tactical genius, of course, we do have to talk about today's match, because today's match started a little bit weird, because when we saw the lineup, I was like, that's interesting. That's a completely different lineup than what I would have imagined it, which we are going to talk about the players, of course. But first, let's talk about the lineup, because this is the lineup that Hansi Flick chose for today's El Clasico match. Of course, Juan Garcia in goal, Cancelo as a left back, and then the first surprise, Eddie Garcia as a right back. It's usually Jules Koundé, but Hansi Flick opting for Eddie Garcia. And well, that tells you something, ladies and gentlemen. That tells you something, because in big matches, when you have two players in a position who are both healthy, they're not returning from injury, they're not suspended, and one gets chosen over the other, that's a clear message on who Hansi Flick trusts more, because again, this was a big match. So Eddie Garcia starting over Koundé. That tells you that, well, Flick is not too happy with Koundé's performance this season, and he preferred to trust Eddie Garcia over Koundé, which, by the way, it completely paid off, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. And then Pedri and Gabi. Here, Gabi, again, winning that spot over the likes of Frankie de Jong, Bernal, even though Bernal is coming back from injury, so maybe that was the reason for it. Either way, Gabi here starting next to Pedri. That was another surprise for me. Also another gamble that also paid off. Daniel Olmo attacking mid. Fermin Lopez as the left winger. And then here, Marcus Rashford as the right winger. A clear indication that here Flick didn't really trust Rooney Bardghji with this big match, so he put Rashford in his place. And then Ferran Torres as a 9. I think Flick there looking for that more intensity, more high press than what Lewandowski can give us. Not because Lewy doesn't want or he's lazy, but because he is 37 years old. So of course it made more sense that we would use Ferran Torres. And by the way, not to call myself some kind of gifted person when it comes to tactics, because I'm not. I barely know anything about tactics. But yesterday during the preview of the match, during the video that I posted yesterday, I said I think what Hansi Flick is gonna be looking to do, or what he is that asphyxiating high press, because Real Madrid have always struggled this season with building from the back, and with the fact that Valverde wasn't going to be there. That's one of their few players who can get out of high press from other teams. So I was like, I think Flick is going to be looking to impose this high asphyxiating press to prevent Real Madrid from countering, to prevent Real Madrid from having the ball, to prevent Real Madrid from attacking. And lo and behold, that's exactly what we saw. And I think this is another reason why Ferran Torres was chosen over Lewy, because, Lewy wouldn't have been able to give us that high asphyxiating press for the entire 90 minutes or 60 or 70. So this is why Ferran Torres started. But what a match by Barcelona in the first half. I mean, the first 20 minutes were an absolute attacking symphony. The way Barcelona were moving the ball, the way they were combining together. I mean, it was just absolutely beautiful, completely slicing through Real Madrid's defense. I mean, it was an absolute ode to football. And to think, we didn't have Lamine Yamal, right, because he's out for the rest of the season. Rafinha was on the bench due to injury. And despite not having our two starting wingers, here we had the team moving the ball, and Real Madrid absolutely no response to that. And that, of course, was thanks to the group effort, because today Barcelona as a team, as a whole, played absolutely beautifully. I imagine part of it was, the desire to be Real Madrid in El Clasico. That's always, a motivating factor. But then you add to that you could become La Liga champions. And then I'm sure part of that was also the motivation to honor Hansi Flick and the passing of his father. I mean, the team was just like absolutely remarkable together. I mean, I've never seen a Barca played this well together without so many of their stars, right? Lamine, Rafinha not there, and it's like you didn't even notice, because the way they were moving the ball those first 20 minutes, I mean, it's absolutely magical. And of course, came the foul on Ferran Torres, free kick. What a banger by Marcus Rashford, putting it in the top left corner. I mean, nothing that Courtois could do And let's not forget Courtois, miracle goalkeeper. If there's anyone that can stop that shot, is Courtois. And even him couldn't stop it. So an absolute banger by Marcus Rashford, making it 1-0. And then a masterpiece of a goal. An incredible cross by Fermin Lopez to Dani Olmo in the box. And then Dani Olmo with the beautiful, exquisite chef's kiss heel pass to Ferran Torres, leaving him by himself. And of course, Ferran burying it in the goal, and that put us at 2-0. Now, Real Madrid did have their response. They had two really clear chances. The first one is, what's that guy's name? Brahim Diaz. No. It was Garcia. Who goes 1v1 against Juan Garcia, and then he thinks that you score goals by putting the ball to the right of the goal instead of in the goal. And then, of course, that second chance where Vinicius Jr. is getting the ball. All he has to do is tap it in. And Eddie Garcia, ladies and gentlemen, sprints from half of the field, full speed, slides, tackles, and intercepts that pass. Because I'll tell you what, that pass, if it had made it to Vinicius, you bet your ass that would have been a goal. 100% that would have been a goal. I mean, it was a tap-in, and Vinicius is not going to miss a tap-in. But instead comes Eddie Garcia, full slide tackle, and save us. And which, begs the question, because today also, aside from Eddie Garcia, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, they were all absolutely imperial. And, here we are talking about spending 70 million, 60 million, 55 million on Bastoni, and I'm here sitting like, for what? Bastoni who? Did you guys see Gerard Martin and all the saves that he made and all the interceptions that he made? Did you guys see Cubarsí? You guys see Eric Garcia? I mean, Vinicius Jr., where was Vinicius Jr.? They completely shut him down. Absolutely no threat. And here we are talking about spending a crap load of money on Bastoni and Van de Ven and this guy and that guy. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, for what? For what? But anyways, I'm not going to complain and say we don't need reinforcements. Of course we do. But my God, I mean, with the team that we have, with these defenders that we have, I mean, I did not think, for any second, we need Bastoni, we need this guy, we need that guy. Obviously, if they do come, it is better. It would make the team stronger. But what a performance by our defensive line. Absolutely incredible. Now, thankfully, those two shots did not go in. And then towards the end of the first half, of people who are always like, Flick should adapt. I mean, that's exactly what the team did. You saw the team actually slow it down. They did this huge rondo where they were just passing the ball for like 2-3 minutes. Real Madrid didn't even get a whiff of it. And of course, that was a way for Barcelona to kind of end the first half without putting themselves at risk of like a counterattack or a long ball by Real Madrid. And also it was, I think, a clear message to Real Madrid that, hey, we are 100% way better than you, because that rondo, I mean, it was just pure class. And the way Real Madrid were chasing the ball like a dog chasing a ball at the beach, I mean, it was absolutely hilarious. But anyway, second half came. Barcelona had some very close chances. They had also in the first half, we saw Rashford miss a 1v1. We saw Ferran miss a 1v1. We saw Olmo miss one from inside the box. We had Rafinha miss one. We had Lewandowski who shot and it was blocked. I mean, a lot of clear chances by Barcelona. This could have easily been 4-0, 5-0, but part of it, luck was on our side in those shots, and part of it, it is Courtois. Courtois is a miracle goalkeeper. I mean, the one against Rashford, he blocks with his pinky. I mean, it's Courtois, man. It's Courtois. I'm not going to complain about our players missing those chances, because Courtois is Courtois at the end of the day. He is the best goalkeeper in the world, even though that is getting challenged pretty soon by Juan Garcia, who had an incredible save against Vinicius Jr. 1v1 against Vinicius. Vinicius puts it on top of him, and somehow, some way, Juan Garcia just swats it away and then grabs it like nothing, like the total disrespect by Juan. I mean, we got a good contender for that number one spot goalkeeper, which is currently being held by Courtois. But just wait. But anyways, I did towards the match again. Barcelona looked like a team more in control. They weren't looking to, when they saw that the clock was running out, they weren't looking to like go crazy. They started controlling more the match, burning the clock, slowing it down again. For the people who always say, Flick should adapt, that's exactly what the team did. And, well, the match ended, the whistle blew, and then we officially became champions for the second La Liga season in a row. And again, historic day, because nobody in the history of La Liga, not us or Madrid, had been able to become champions of La Liga by winning El Clasico match. And that's exactly what we did today. So an incredible, incredible day. And again, remember this day, May 10th, 2026, a historic day for all of us Culés. Not only we became champions, but also we did it by defeating our arch rival, Real, penalties. But anyways, that's all I gotta say. Let me know what you guys thought. We'll do a few comments here, and then of course we'll end it. But let me know what you guys thought about the match, about the players. Oh, I did forgot to mention Gabi. Gabi, I gotta mention Gabi because woof, what a match by Gabi, completely shutting down Jude Bellingham. Incredible, incredible match by him. And that's it. Also, of course, Eddie Garcia, Pau Garcia, Gerard Martin. I mentioned all those players. And Fermin. Oh, how can I mention Fermin? Oh, my God. How can I forget Fermin? The work rate that Fermin put in during that match, the way he was pressing like an insane person, the way he was covering the entire left side of the field, coming, tracking back down, helping with the defense, pushing back up, helping with the attack. Again, that cross that he sent to Olmo, which ended up resulting in his assist to Ferran. I mean, again, we're talking about spending these crazy amounts of money on like this player and that player, and then you look at our academy and it's producing the likes of Fermin, producing the likes of Gabi, producing the likes of Eddie Garcia. I mean, this is insanity, ladies and gentlemen. And I feel like instead of worrying about, oh, we want to spend 90, 100 million on Julian or 70 on Bastoni or 80 on Barcola, I think we should take some of that money and put it towards La Masia, because La Masia's budget is 6 million euros a year. 6 million euros on the entire academy, on all the teams in that academy. And look at what it produces. Look at the ROI on those investments, the return on those investments. Lamine alone is worth right now, I think, 220 million or 180 million, something like that. Can you imagine putting in 6 million on the entire academy and for it to produce a player that now is worth 180 or 220 million? And that's not even adding, Gabi and Fermin and Eddie Garcia and all these other players. I mean, why not take some of that money and the the budget for the academy? Again, it's only 6 million. Let's make it 12. That's not a lot of money, an extra 6 million a year. And if it's already producing the likes of Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, Lamine, et cetera, with just 6 million a year, can you imagine what that academy could do with 12? I mean, it's insane. It's insane, ladies and gentlemen. La Masia is the greatest academy in the world. Okay, and now I'm done. Now I'm done. I promise. Let's do a few more comments and then we'll end this. But Joseph says, patiently waiting to celebrate with you, Mo. Bisca Barca, my friend. We are champions. Let's fucking go. And Solomon says, ho, whoa, whoa. Why are you calling me ho, bro? Come on. Just kidding. Hi, Mo. We did it. Today is a happy day for all Barca fans. It seems like the team don't want to add salt on wound. I was praying for more goals. I mean, we could have. Again, we missed a lot of close ones. But hey, 2-0, again, I wanted a 5-0 too. Don't get me wrong. I think it would have been absolutely wonderful to see a thrashing. But it is what it is. Cherno says that the job is done the best way it could only be done, winning the title after beating Madrid at is the sweetest way to complete the season. Congratulations, Hansi Flick and the boys. Amen, my friend. Congratulations to all of us, to the team, to Flick, to the club, to Laporta, to Deco, because this is also their victory. Excuse me. This is also their success. So congratulations to all of us. An amazing, amazing day. And Hart Ramos says, remember when Real Madrid won La Liga in October? Yeah. Actually, they had won it before. Because they had won it not this last summer, the one before, when they signed Mbappe, and they were like, this is it. We're going to win every single trophy from here until eternity. So they had won this league summer of 2024. We just didn't know about it, apparently. But yeah, there was actually there's this cover page of this very pro Madrid newspaper in Spain, and it's in Spanish. It just went viral again, right? Because it's a picture of, this is right after Real Madrid beat us in the Clásico, right, 2-1, and it's a picture of the match. I think it's Bellingham, or I can't remember who's in the shot, and it says, Hansi Flick now knows that this is a different Madrid, right? That was literally the headline, the cover page of the newspaper. What can I say? What can I say, my friends? Dorian says, you heard the commentator making excuses saying Real penalties were dealing with injuries. I didn't because I was at the bar. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, honestly. And Raul says, we are champions against all odds. Let's celebrate. And I pray the next season will be full package of many more trophies. Bisca Barça. Amen, my friend. I hope so too. Bisca Barça. And let's hope that next season we continue to win trophies and maybe we can add the Champions League to it. Scarf Lord says, imagine winning the league with the youngest team in La Liga and starting lineup of 7 La Masia graduates. And yes, Eddie Garcia was great at right back and Ferran was amazing today. Yes, Ferran was amazing today. I mean, the work that Ferran was putting in like, even putting the goal aside, like, let's pretend he didn't even score the goal. The work that he was putting in, helping with the press, and even that 1v1 that Rashford misses, that was a pass from Ferran. I mean, the build-up starts in the back. Barcelona trying to get out of under Madrid's pressure, and it's like 3, 4, 5 passes. It goes to Ferran, and then Ferran puts the long ball to Rashford, and then Rashford ends up missing that 1v1. And that was his pass. I mean, the work that Ferran was doing with and without the ball was absolutely extraordinary. By the way, Rashford, goal aside, I wasn't convinced. Because he missed that 1v1. You can't miss that. If you want the club to spend 30 million on you in transfer fee and 20 million in salary, you can't miss a 1v1 like that. And then his passes were always off. There was that cross where it was like a really great attack by Barca. Rashford is driving the ball down the right. There's like 2 or 3 Barca players in the box. 2 of them have no one guarding them. So you put in a decent cross, and any of those 2 could have pushed it and it would have been a goal. Instead, he sends it flying. I mean, I don't understand Rashford. I don't understand. I mean, he goes and scores that banger of a goal from the free kick, and then he does those dumb things that you're like, what is happening? Like, what is happening? By the way, Rashford is the first Barca player to score in El Clásico from a free kick since Lionel Messi in 2012. 14 years. 14 years. No one has done that, and Rashford does it, which is amazing. And then he goes, misses that 1v1 and that retarded cross. I don't understand. I really don't. Joseph says, hey, Mo, I'm Joseph Sheku Pharma from Sierra Leone. You are the voice that keeps we the fans excited and connected every day. Thank you very much. No, thank you, my friend. Thank you for watching, and thank you for those awesome words. And Surya says, I'm actually surprised that they did not show any fight. They are there for taking. If we attacked, it could have been 5+. Yeah, I feel like once the team, they scored the 2 goals, they kept attacking, they're creating more chances, and they're like, all right, the first half is winding down. Let's chill. Let's not, finish the first half having conceded. And they did. And then the second half, same thing. I think they started creating chances, and then towards the 70th minute, they're like, all right, we're up 2-0. Let's not risk it. We're dominating. So they just started doing, more control in the match. And we do have a donation. Let's fucking go. Sinza, thank you so much, my friend, for your donation. Says, bro, I think we should sign Rashford, CB, and striker. I'm still not sold on Rashford. I'm still not sold. Like I said, goal aside, I didn't see that great of a match by him. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. That free kick was an absolute banger. But like I said, you missed that 1v1. You send that cross flying. You miss a lot of passes. Doesn't really help that much with the press. I mean, look how Ferran was covering ground. The way he was pressing, the way he was trying to recover the ball. I mean, completely 2 different worlds. And I don't know, man. I don't know. By the way, what sign is this in front of the 40? Is that a rupee sign? Oh, it is a rupee. Ooh, check me out. But thank you, my friend, for your donation. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. And of course, Sanjog, as always, supporting the channel with a donation. Sanjog says, so impressed with Kuarsi today. He's a leader. Man, our entire defensive line. Eric, Gerard Martin, Kuarsi, phenomenal. Gabi was an absolute beast in the midfield. Fermin Lopez running like a possessed person. I mean, Ferran with or without the ball. I mean, it was just, what an effort by the whole team. What an effort by the whole team. Which, by the way, and I know this is a controversial take, but I'll repeat it. I think if Barcelona really want a big sale where they can make a lot of money to make signings, they should seriously consider the sale of Frankie, because this is the time, right? Right now, Frankie you could probably sell him for 70, 80 million. That's not gonna happen in a year or 2 or 3. His value is only gonna keep dipping and dipping and dipping. And looking today, you're like, I mean, he usually plays next to Pedri, right? Do we need him? Do we absolutely need him? I mean, is it nice to have? Of course. But do we absolutely need him? That position can easily be covered by Bernal, by Gavi, by Eric, by Christensen if he decides to stop getting injured. Even we've seen Dani Olmo cover that position. Do we really need him? Right? Again, would it be nice to keep him and have him? Of course, 100%. He's a great player. But if he's not really someone you need, and he still has a very high value, why not consider selling? Now, of course, it's not going to happen because Barcelona's never going to sell Frankie, plus Frankie's not going to want to leave. But now you see why I've said that in the past. I'm not just, hating like people who don't have an argument to counter with. You're just hating. Yeah, okay. But anyways, let's see. Henry says, can you shout out my daughter, is it Jaya? And my son, Leo. We're watching your live driving back from LA watch party. Let's go. Jayla. Wow, I completely missed that L. I'm sorry, Jayla. I didn't mean to mess up your name. But shout out to Jayla and Leo. I hope you guys had fun today with your dad and you got to see, the greatest team in the world become champions. Drive safe, get home safe from the watch party. Who was at the watch party today? I know the watch party here, it was Rivaldo in New York City. I met him yesterday at a different event. But who was at the LA watch party? Let's see. Was it Hazard? I think it was Hazard, wasn't it? Let me see. I think it was Hazard because I think I saw him before the match on TV. Let me see. I think it was. But anyways, I'll check it later. Thank you for your comments. Thank you all for tuning in. And again, shout out to Jayla and Leo. I hope you guys enjoyed watching Barcelona become champions. And with that, let's wrap it up. I don't have much more to say except that it was an incredible day. We are champions of La Liga 2 seasons in a row. And this time it's even more special, of course, because we made history, beating Real Madrid in the Clásico match, becoming the first team in La Liga to do it, obviously out of the 2. So they haven't done it. So screw them. We did it. It's history. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Visca Barça, now and forever. We are champions, so enjoy it, celebrate tonight. I'm sure the players are right now going wild in the city of Barcelona. But anyways, Visca Barça, we are champions. And with that, I'll see you guys later.